Hello, my name is Sirrano Keith Baldeo. I'm the challenger in Dallas District 10. I was asked a question by the Dallas Morning News, who does not seem to be favorable to me because they try to portray me as somebody that I'm not. Play me, downplay me, and upplay the failed candidate in District 10. The question that they asked me was, why did I leave New Jersey? I'm going to give you the shortest version I possibly could. I left New Jersey because I was targeted by a radical Islamic, now mayor of Paterson, New Jersey. I was targeted because of my Christian faith. I was targeted because I opposed this man defending the jihad. There's a video, if you found the name of the mayor of Paterson, New Jersey, Andrew Sayer, just Google Andrew Sayer jihad, and you'll see a video that I did on him. And as a newspaper, he went after me like radical Islamic people do. I have friends who are Muslims, and some of them disagree with this, but they won't speak publicly about it. So that's the reason I came to Dallas. My wife and I were under attack by Islam, by radical Islam. And see, the thing is, this guy made himself important to the Democratic Party. So he got their help, their assistance, their judges' help, their judges' assistance, the prosecutor's help, the prosecutor's assistance. And of filing criminal charges against a judge, against two judges with ethics charges. Well, that didn't play out very well. The judge was instructing the officials, including the jihad guy, who's now the mayor, how to turn a criminal case I filed against them into a civil case, and I told him that was illegal. A judge cannot give a party instructions. So he has his own axe to grind. But ever since I went after this Muslim guy, pretending to be a Christian, exposing him, he did what they did to those people in Paris, only instead of using a machine gun, he's using the powers of the Democratic Party. I was surrounded by judges, prosecutors, everybody else who wanted to silence me, keep me quiet, shut down my newspaper. Just remember, Paterson is where the 9/11 attackers came from, a few of them. This guy is now the mayor of Paterson. And as I warned people for 10 years, over a decade, he was going to pack the Paterson government with Islamic personnel. And as I left and I live in Dallas, he removed the chief judge, put an Islamic judge. Removed the chief of police, an Islamic police. The chief lawyer for the city, an Islamic chief lawyer. And I was not kidding you. He is stacked everywhere in other parts of the government, Islamic personnel. So as you can see, I wasn't lying. I ousted him. I called him out. I exposed this guy. But unfortunately, the Democratic Party need him because they helped him run the third largest city in New Jersey. There's a lot of power in that city. The budget is $287 million. He runs the police department. He runs all the judges. The mayor appoints all these judges. It's not like Dallas. So the Democrats need him to put favorable people in favorable positions. I went after that. I took on that. They targeted me. They sued me over and over again to destroy my newspaper. The Republican Party stepped in several times to block it. They filed 4 sets of criminal charges against me in the span of 6 months apart to try to put me in jail for my free speech. And the judges told them that because you don't like what he says, mean that it's criminal. Currently, they're trying it again. They're trying everything. And I lived in Dallas. I lived in Dallas when I said they targeted my wife. They investigated her. Maybe the PI's wife that they hired to target her chased it on a highway. Maybe his wife should be investigated too. And they said that's a criminal charge. All perpetrated by this Muslim extremist jihadist guy that I have been battling for over a decade. He's still trying to hunt me and my wife, even though we left New Jersey for our own safety. So that's why we came here. And I just want to tell you something. One of the reasons I'm running for office is because if I'm not elected to Dallas District 10, they will continue to go after us. But if I'm elected, I can bring light to what he's doing. I can bring light to what the things that's here to come. So this pettiness between that Adam Adgu, the councilman here, keeps doing with signs and following me around and, all this nonsense, this childishness. What I'm going through is way, way bigger than that. It's not even between me and him. This that I'm going through needs to be told a story. It's a longer story. I did another version that was 45 minutes long, and I don't think you're going to sit around listening to 45 minutes of the details of what happened, so I shortened it. And I want to tell you, when you speak up against radical Islam and you're oppressed, you're the media, they will take sides with your own government. I was at a deposition when I sued them, and they blocked the lawsuit too. They're blocking everything that I did. I'm trying to do to bring justice for Christians and myself and the people of Patterson that I fought for. They blocked it. So if I am elected, they can't hide this. As an elected officials, when they keep coming after me, that becomes the catapult for me to send out the message. Look at what really is behind this. Who's really behind this? And why are they behind it? As an elected official, and as a Christian, when they attack me and they bring that case again before me, then the news media is going to pick it up. Well, wait a second, what is behind this? What is the history here? And then you're going to find out radical Islam now running the city of Patterson, stacking all the heads of government with Muslims, like I said he was going to do, and nobody believed me. Nobody believed me he was going to do this. The entire city, well, most of them at the point, was against me because this guy hugs and kisses people and makes friends with them, just like Magoo does, to cover up and to hide the incompetence and the real intent of why they have these offices. I fought government corruption. I fight government corruption. Despite the Dallas Morning News attempts to downplay me, to make me look like I don't know what I'm doing, when I'm reading all the corruption that's going on right here in Dallas, when I have the budget, this is the budget, I go through it. I read the budget. I've been reading hundreds of thousands of pages for over a decade. Don't let them downplay me. Don't let them manipulate you. There was another newspaper called the Herald News in New Jersey. They tapped that newspaper to write all kind of bad stories about me to make me look bad so the public won't listen to me. But guess what happened? I did a survey that I was going to run for mayor. And guess what? 82% in that survey, which I have on my Facebook page, said they want me for mayor to end this corruption and fix the city. And that's what you're getting. Not only are you getting me, Sirrano, to end the corruption and fix the city, you're getting defense of Christianity. You're getting the exposing of a radical jihadist guy right here in America defending the jihad. It all started when I caught him defending the jihad at a public meeting, and I videotaped it, and he found out. If you were to Google his name, Andrew Sayed, or the Mayor of Patterson Jihad, it will come up. And from that day, he has set out to destroy my newspaper. All the lawsuits, all the criminal charges, everything that went after me was perpetrated by him. No one else. They were just puppets in his game. Democratic Party puppets in his game. And that's what I'm facing. That's why I came to Dallas to save my wife, because they targeted her. They went after her. That's what Islam does. It doesn't care if it hurts you, doesn't care if it hurts your family. And this is not an indictment of all Islamic people. It's the ones like this, because I have Islamic friends. The nice lady who was the superintendent there of election board, and great woman. This is about the ones who get radicalized and think that they want to own the government, remove Christianity, remove Christians. And when someone like me stops and says, hey, wait a second, you're defending the jihad that is killing Christians and killing American soldiers to your Muslim brotherhood here? Well, he knew we thought I was taking photos, but I videotaped it. He went after me for 10 years. I just played defense. Luckily, the Republican Party stepped in for the lawsuits and defended them for me. And now I'm facing worse. He's hired a PI now named Harry Melba to target me, my wife, and then play victim. This is what happens. They have the judges set up to target me. So he will target me, and I will speak about, just speak on the internet. And the judges criminalize me, have them sue me, fine me. I came to Dallas to get away from all of that. And still somehow, they found me here. I said something on the internet from Dallas. Criminal charges. Even in the very complaint, it says defamation. I defamed the guy by saying his wife should be investigated too. I've never seen this before. I thought I had constitutional protection. But this is why I came to Dallas, for the freedom to speak freely. Running from a radical Islamic guy that was trying to hurt us, me and my family. The issues in this election, like I said, is bigger than Adam Magoo. It's as big as Christ. It's the defense of the kingdom. You guys have no idea what I went through for the last 10 years. I didn't just walk up the street from some job and say I wanted to be a consulate. I've been fighting government as an activist, more than a publisher, to do the right thing by the people. But now I'm faced off with Islam, radical Islam, and a very dangerous one that wanted me to be silent and not show the public what is to come, that they will stack all the government's positions by removing Christians and putting Islamic personnel there. Check it out. Check out Patterson, New Jersey, chief of police, chief judge, and now the chief lawyers, and a lot of positions, boards and commissions. I kind of told this to the Dallas Morning News. They didn't care. They don't want the truth. They want to publish their own stuff. Why is there a criminal charge against you? Because I spoke up against Islam. Because I spoke up against the jihad and pushing it and trying to enforce it on us. Because I defended my faith as a Christian. At a deposition, the government, I sued 12 of them and they blocked it. In the deposition, you know what they asked me? Why are you always saying that Jesus told you to do this and to do that? This is the government run by an Islamic radical man. The question to me was, why am I always talking about my Christian faith? This is the government. Why did I say he was defending the jihad? Because he was. It's on video. You don't have to ask me. Watch the video yourself. Why did you call him a terrorist? I never said he was a terrorist. The Department of Justice says when you defend a jihad, and it is used for terrorism. Google it, jihad, United States Department of Justice, jihad, FBI, and you'll see the answer. And I tried to tell them that. They wouldn't care. It was to shut me up and shut me down. And that's why I came to Dallas. So instead of running for the mayor of Patterson, New Jersey, where 82% of the people in that survey said, we will vote for you to get rid of these corrupted people and clean up the city, I left, even that, because I knew how dangerous the situation has become between me being a Christian and facing off with a radical jihadist mayor who's now connected to the Democratic Party, connected to judges, connected to the prosecutor, and runs the entire show through the chairman of the Democratic Party, the state chairman, who controls judges, senators, appoints the judges, assembly people, the governor, that whole circle there, protecting this jihadist Islamic mayor that I said should not be defending the jihad that is meant to kill Christians. It's meant to kill American soldiers. And for that I'm punished. And so I came to Texas hoping I'd find other people in the faith, because somewhere I read in the Bible when Paul was beaten, and Jesus told him, don't stop speaking. I have many people in that city, and I'm hoping the city will be Dallas. And I'm hoping that you will vote for me. Why? Not for me. I lost everything. I'm still fighting. Money doesn't matter to me. Power doesn't matter to me unless it benefits you. But if I didn't get the seat, they will target me in the darkness. If I get the seat, I bring out what they did in the light. Islam going after an elected official in Dallas, going after a consulate. Now they can't hide. So this issue is not about Adam Magoo. It's bigger than him. It's what's about to come for Christians in this country. And anyone that speaks up against it, they may not take a gun and walk into your media room like they did with the people in Paris, but they will do it politically, and they will destroy you. I came here for protection. I came here for actually religious freedom. That's basically why I came to Dallas, for religious freedom, because I didn't have it there. I was punished for it, and I was replaced by a jihadist Islamic man. Now you know, this is the truth. There's no other reason. I liked my home living there. I liked having a newspaper there. I liked fighting for those people. It never mattered whether they were gay, straight. None of those issues came up for those people. It wasn't about the social issues, about abortions and gun rights. It was about just the crime and the stealing of the money, the incompetence in government, the murders in the street, the dilapidation, the dirty streets, no services, no improvement, no investments. It was about that. That's why I fought for those people to have a better life. The needy, the poor, the homeless. People are getting evicted. People are losing their mortgage. I fought for those people so the government will function. And I ran into Islam, radical Islam. And it ran into me. And it won because it knew how to manipulate the Democratic Party to get the judges on their side. This is the place where the 9/11 murderers, some of them, came from. That's embedded there. He is there. He was born there. He lived these people. And now he's running the government. And now he's still targeting me because this video, I won't stop. I won't stop defending my faith. I won't stop defending those in Christ. I won't stop defending the church. And as long as he or anyone else decide they were going to use or radicalize that city, I have a right to speak about it. So when you vote for me, just understand the big issue is bigger than little pettiness that's going on here. Because that case is going to come up. And as a councilman, when they bring it up, it's going to be an issue for them if I'm a councilman. But if I lose the election, they can bring it up and continue to destroy me, and nobody will hear about it. You can't go after a sitting councilman, and it's going to be hidden. So tell your church what's happening. Tell the people that believe in Christ what's happening. Tell the people that love the Lord what's happening. Tell your friends what's happening. This election is not about fighting for a petty seat. This election for me is about faith. It's about defending our faith. And it's about a radical Islamic mayor got into power and is launching a campaign on anyone that opposes him for stacking the government with Islamic personnel. Defending the jihad and persecuting a Christian who told him you can't do that in America. But apparently you could. I'm going to pull my deposition, you'll see. The right person is going to look at it and says, why is the government attacking your Christian faith? Why is the government mad because you oppose this guy defending the jihad? So that's what's happening in this election. It's big. So my win would put me in a position to oppose them, to bring it to light what they did. Remember that when you vote. If you're watching this video, it's because you haven't voted yet. You're trying to make your mind up. I haven't voted myself because I wanted to stay with the last person and make you understand how important this election is. I know you're skeptical. I know you're frightened. I know you're scared. Even the Bible says, all these people, Jesus said, all these people that came before me were liars and thieves. And now that I come, it's going to be hard for me to convince you that I'm the right guy. And the same thing is happening to me. All these corrupted people, all these people playing you, sitting there doing nothing. And now I have to convince you, all of them is just for themselves, but I am for you. And I know it's tough, but I'm in prayer about it, and I hope you trust me. And vote for me, and encourage your friend, and put this out on social media to you, so you'll understand that my life was targeted, my wife was targeted by radical Islam, and we're still trying to defend ourselves from that. Even coming to Dallas didn't save us. Because what I said from Dallas on the internet, and I'm still dragged into New Jersey because of saying something not any normal person would say, but a normal person not fighting jihad. They're not fighting Islam. They're not fighting a government that is a state defense of radical jihad is what this is. The New Jersey state defense of radical jihad. I have a long story, but that's the short version, and it's already 20 minutes. Thanks for watching. Go vote. Give me the power to do some good here in Dallas, for Dallas, and to defend my faith. And stop those from trying to radicalize our cities. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.